was a Union maid. She never was afraid of the goons and the dinks and the company finks and the deputy sheriff that made the raid. She'd go to the Union Hall when a meeting it was called, and when the company boys came around, she always stood her ground. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union.
Hey, you sing it with us.
Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die. This Union maid was wise to the tricks of the company spies. She'd never be fooled by a company's tool. She'd always organize the guys. She'd always get her way. When she got some better pay, she'd show her card to the National Guard, and this is what she'd say. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union till the day I die.
Oh, one more time. Oh, you can't
scare me, I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union till the day I die.
Last is the one that the woman has made up. Now you women who want to be free, take a little tip from me. Break out of that mold we've all been sold. You got a fighting history, the fight for women's rights. With workers must unite. Like Mother Jones, just move them bones to the front of every fight. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die.
Was an Indian maid, a shy little prairie maid, who sang away her love song gay as on the plains she'd while away the day. She loved her warrior bow, this shy little maid of woe. The last one day he rode away to battle in the fray. Now the moon shines tonight on pretty red wing, the breeze is sighing, the night birds crying, far oh far beneath the stars, her brave is sleeping, while red wings weeping her heart away. Was an Indian maid, a shy little prairie maid, who sang a lay her love song gay as on the plain she'd while away the day. She loved her warrior bold, this shy little maid of old. The last one day he rode away to battle in the fray. Now the moon shines tonight on pretty red wing, the breeze is sighing, the night birds crying. Far, oh, far beneath the stars her brave is sleeping, while red wings weeping her heart away.
Once was an Indian maid, a shy little prairie maid, who sang a lay, a love song gay as on the plain she'd while away the day. She loved a warrior bold, this shy little maid of old, but brave and gay he rode one day to a battle far away. Now the moon shines tonight on pretty red wing, the breeze is sighing, the night birds crying. For afar neath his star her brave is sleeping, while red wings weeping her heart away.
Once lived an Indian maid, a shy little prairie maid. She sang away a love song gay as out on the prairie while away the day. She loved a warrior bold, this shy little maid of old. Brave and gay he rode one day to a battle far away. Now the moon shines tonight on pretty red wing, the breeze is sighing, the night birds crying. So far beneath the stars her brave is sleeping, while red wings weeping her heart away.
Shines tonight on pretty red wing, the breeze is sighing, the night birds crying. For afar neath his star her brave is sleeping, while red wings weeping her heart away. Now the moon sun shines tonight on pretty red wing. The breeze is sighing, the night bird's crying. For afar, 'neath his star, her brave is sleeping, while red wings weeping her heart away.
Once lived an Indian maid, a teenage Indian maid, who heard one day her radio play, and the rock and roll just stole her heart away. And now every single night, all around the campfire bright, all the braves they yearn just to take their turn and dance with their heart's delight. Oh yeah, let's rock, rock tonight with the rock and red wing, while the tom-toms wailing, her feet are sailing. To rock and roll. Standing back, standing with a feather in his hat, and he pats his feet to the rock and roll beat. Says Red Wing, your dance is mighty neat. She dances up a prairie storm just to keep her little wigwam warm. And her little brother Max bought a new tenor sax, and man, can he blow that horn. Oh yeah, let's rock, rock tonight with rock and Red Wing, while the tom-toms wailing, her feet are sailing. Oh yeah, let's rock, rock tonight with rock and red wings. A little Indian maiden loves to rock and roll.
Golden slippers.
in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing
do, Mrs. Higgins? Professor Higgins said I might come.
Quite right, my dear. I'm delighted to see you.
Colonel Pickering, is it not?
How do you do, Miss Doolittle?
Professor Higgins?
Stick to the weather and your health.
Mrs. Hill, Miss Doolittle.
I feel sure we've met before, Miss Doolittle. I remember your eyes. How do you do?
My Georges, it all comes back.
Cotton
Garden.
How do you do?
What a confounded thing.
My son, Freddie.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do?
I'm sure I've had the pleasure somewhere.
Will it rain, do you think? The rain in Spain, they say, stays mainly in the plains. They say.
How too true, Miss Doolittle. But in...
Hampshire, Hereford, and Hartford, hurricanes hardly ever happen, do they?
Hardly ever, Miss Doolittle.
How awfully funny.
What is wrong with that, young man? I bet I got it right.
Killing. Oh, excuse me.
I do hope it won't turn cold. There's so much influenza about. It runs right through our family every spring. My aunt died of influenza. So they say. But it is my belief as how they done the old woman in.
Done her in?
Yes, Lord love you. Why should she die of influenza when she come through diphtheria right enough the year before?
Perhaps it wasn't diphtheria. You see, Vicar...
Oh, but I saw her with my own eyes. Very blue with it she was. They all thought she was dead. But my father, he kept ladling gin down her throat till she come to so sudden that she bit the bowl off the spoon.
Dear me!
Now, what call would a woman with that strength in her have to die of influenza?
Ah.
And what become of her new straw hat that should have come to me?
Well, what?
Somebody pinched it. And what I says is, them what pinched it done her in.
Done her in?
Could you tell me?
It's just the new slang, Vicar.
But you surely don't believe that your aunt was killed, do I not?
Them she lived with would have killed her for a hat pin, let alone a hat.
But it couldn't have been right for your father to have poured spirits down her throat like that. Now, that might have killed her.
Not her. Gin was mother's milk to her. Besides, he'd poured so much down his own throat that he knew the good of it.
Oh, how terrible for you.
Oh, it never did him no harm, what I could see. He was always more agreeable when he had a drop in. When he was out of work, my mother used to give him a 2 and a kick and tell him to go out and not come home until he drunk himself cheerful and loving like.
Charming.
There's lots of women have to make their husbands drunk to make them fit to live with. Here, what are you sniggering at?
The new slang. You do it so awfully well.
If I was doing it proper, what was you laughing at? I said anything I oughtn't?
No, not a thing, Miss Doolittle.
Well, that's the mercy anyhow. What I always said is... Well, I must go now. Goodbye, Mrs. Higgins. So glad to have met you.
Goodbye, my dear.
Goodbye, Vicar. Goodbye, Colonel Pickering.
Bye, Miss Doolittle.
Goodbye, all.
Excuse me, Miss Doolittle, but would you be walking across the park? Because if so,
Walk? Not bloody likely. I'm going in a taxi.